Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and a young lady sent me this signature and needed help making it a little bit darker, and I did two of them, and she said the original one I did worked. Not going to really make a video on how I did it, because if you change somebody's signature too much, then it's not their signature. But when I sent it to her, I inadvertently left it with hairlines, so we go here, and you can see that if we double click, there's hairlines. And we'll make them red just so you can see them. And so if you run this in a combination job, it's going to cut this out, and it's going to cut that out. And that's be a no-no. So there's two ways you can get around that, is double check when somebody sends you something. And first of all, I apologize. I was kind of in a rush to get it done, and I didn't think about, and also it actually does take away a little bit from the thickness, because if you left click, right click, and made it a little bit thicker line, say 2 points, and then filled it with black, it's going to be a little bit thicker than it was, but this will not cut out. So that's one way to make it a little bit thicker. So what I was saying, there's two ways to do that. One, don't run a combination job on something you're not sure of. Now in this case, big deal, it cost you a 2-inch piece of, looks like plywood, or whatever size it is, I'm just guessing. But I will always, and I don't think I have a laser hooked up to this page, I will always run it in a 2-part job. I'll engrave it, and then I'll go back and select that circle. And I do not probably have a laser hooked up to this. Let's see. No, I don't. But right here, you just press selected. And let's see what happens when we do the preview. There we go. It's not in the center of the page because the page isn't right. So it's just going to print what's selected. I need to have a printer hooked up to this deal to make these videos. So it will not cut. It will not cut this out because you didn't select it. But probably the best way to do it is, especially when you had one and it engraved it, and then it goes and cuts the circle out and then cuts out the name. You haven't lost anything, but if you were doing a lot of them, that's why a lot of times you'd only want to do one at a time, or one sample first. And this is just my personal preference. And truly my personal preference. This looks off center. You probably centered it, but this tail of this H is going to force over the larger letters. I think this is more in the center, and the trail of the H is going to be off. But that's just personal preference. This is probably centered the same distance from there to there to there to there, but this is really his signature, his initials, just kind of extended. But that's my preference and not yours, so don't worry about that. So if you hit P, there's an example of it. It looks like it's more to that side, but if you hit P here, that's what you probably did. I would move it over a little bit, holding down your control button, so it's still in the center, left or up and down. Anyway, I hope that helped and answered her question, and thank you for watching.